Hello, SSI family and friends, and welcome to another Fireside Chat. Just like FDR during the Great Depression and World War II, this is our way of reconnecting and reassuring our SSI family members during the coronavirus pandemic. We've got three quick things we're going to talk about today. The first is adapting your prospecting and sales habits during the new normal. Number two, what does the governor's plan to reopen the state mean for us? And number three, announcing our second virtual happy hour. So let's get to it. Number one, adapting to the new normal in terms of your sales and prospecting. So there was a video that was released of an interview with Bill Gates, which I'll put in the description of this video, where he talks about how long he thinks it's really going to take and what really has to happen for us to get back to normal. And by all accounts, he says 18 months. Now, don't let that scare you, because I think that in reality, and I think he says this in the video, is that people will get back to doing things out in the world relatively soon, within the next couple of months. But really, it's going to take a longer time than that for people to psychologically feel like they can bring people closer to them and conduct activities in the way that they used to, including handshakes, just being closer to people, letting them in their businesses, things like that. So things have certainly changed. What does that mean for you as a salesperson? What do you need to do to adapt so that you can continue to prospect and sell? Well, there's lots of ways, and we've got plenty of tools in our agency that allows you to do that. Zoom calls, for one, for sure. We've been doing a lot of those recently. Reaching out to prospects via email and phone to set up Zoom calls like that, or just conducting it via phone and email. LinkedIn, that's a fantastic way of connecting with people and letting them know that you're out there. Sean Staggs, way to go for, I see that you're blowing up LinkedIn recently, and I think that's a wonderful thing to be able to get attention drawn to you. So I would encourage people to do things like that. We also do have prospecting tools as far as databases and things like that you can tap into. So if you haven't been making use of those at all recently, I would highly encourage you to reach out to John Hall to get credentials to log into that. Number two, what does the governor's plan to reopen the state of Georgia mean for us? So yesterday, the governor announced that he is going to slowly reopen the state of Georgia, starting out curiously with things that require a lot of close contact with people, like hair salons, nail salons, and bowling alleys. I don't know. I'm not governor, so that's his thing. But anyway, there are going to be other things like in-restaurant dining and other things that are going to be coming back online within short order, actually as soon as this Friday. So what does that mean for us? Well, nothing really, because if you've been in this industry long enough, you know that we take things a little bit cautiously and conservatively. So we're not going to be changing anything about our operations just yet. What does that mean? Our doors to our branch offices will remain locked. We will continue to work remotely for those of us who have chosen to work remotely. You can certainly go back into the office if you want, but we're certainly not encouraging everyone to start doing that all of a sudden. Social distancing, definitely going to practice that. Really, nothing is going to change. What we've decided is, and by the way, this is consistent, this behavior that I've just described is consistent with the governor's order. So what we plan to do is monitor how things are going out in the public in general with this order to bring people back into a normalcy of life. We will be measuring and monitoring statistics in terms of infection rate and things like that. We're not planning on making any changes just yet, so please don't worry about that. But when the time comes, yes, we will communicate that with you and let you know when we think it's safe to return and what the drop dead date is in terms of, yes, everybody needs to come back now. And we'll still be implementing things that make sense even when you do come back that maybe weren't there before, perhaps even taking temperatures of employees as they come in the door, which is something that the governor recommends. So for now, nothing changes for us. We continue on as is until we feel like maybe it's time to start slowly coming back into the office. Finally, number three, the second virtual happy hour is going to be this Friday, April 24th at 4:30. So you'll get a Zoom link and an invitation to invite you to that. Folks, I had a blast at the last virtual happy hour. It was one of the highlights of my career, I can honestly say. It was just so great to see everybody chill out, not even really talk about work so much, just have a drink. And yes, you can bring that drink to the office if you want. Please drink responsibly. The theme for this virtual happy hour, we're going to play the game Two Truths and a Lie. Now, what does that mean? If you haven't played that before, that just means you're going to come to the table, if you want to, with two things that are true about you and one that is a lie, and everybody guesses which one is the lie. So if you've never played it, it's a great way to get to know each other and kind of have fun. So look forward to seeing you at this Friday's virtual happy hour at 4:30 via Zoom. Folks, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay happy. God bless you.